I just started venturing into the budget category of IEMs, and companies like Rose Techniques and Tanchjim decided to drop two banger IEMs which falls under the budget category. I already reviewed the Bunny. We'll link the video in the description and you can take a look at that. It is really a bang for a buck IEM for specific taste, and with my EQ it just takes off to another level while providing a more organic feel. But today we'll be reviewing the Rose Techniques Aurora Ultra. Aurora houses two drivers in its chassis, one dynamic and one planar. I don't care much about the driver quality, but Aurora does show some characteristics of both the drivers, and that was quite interesting. It has the sub bass of a dynamic driver and the treble of a planar, which created a pretty interesting choice of tuning. The cable provided with this IEM is pretty meh, it tangles sometimes and has memory. On the other hand, it feels durable and has no microphonics of any sort. But I guess this is what you get at this price point. At the same time, Aurora decided to come with a banger of an IEM which comes with a good set of tips from SoundCoon. There seems to be two kind of Aurora Ultra in the market right now, one with the included tips which costs around 3700 rupees and one without the tips which costs around 2000, and you can include RZ200M DAC with this package for just additional 500 rupees. Let's talk about the accessories. The stock ear tips are just okay, not the worst thing out there, but yeah, it comes with a much better tips to begin with, so there is no point of using the blue tips. The SoundCoon tips are exceptionally good for my ears, they sit right with very good grip and seal. The formation is very correct too, it's a medium bore ear tip, so you don't need to be changing much on that IEM with other tips. All in all, these are some good quality tips and I'm currently using it with Symphonium Singularity and having a great time with it. Now if we talk about the objective tuning of this IEM or the objective analysis of this IEM, let's start with the bass. There is a huge sub bass with a lot of physicality to offer in the low end. The rumble is there, the bass sounded full, the contrast between the sub bass and the mid bass is really good there. Songs with huge sub bass like Hollow 16-bit remix sounded very good with this IEM. Mid bass doesn't have the same authority as the sub bass, but it doesn't feel missing that much. The thump is somewhat better on the sub bass rather than the mid bass. Now if we continue to the mids, there might be a hint of warmth in the mix, textured, detailed. Sometimes it might feel that mid-range is in the face a bit, which will give you the sense of not so good staging ability. Male vocals sounded good and meaty as I like, not overly forward, though where they sound warm in every recording. Details in the mid-range is not much, but for the price texturing is well done. Female vocals are good, airy and open sounding, although there is no sibilance that can be noticed. Decent details and texturing is missing in this range. Female vocals are fairly enjoyable to a great extent, although a bit more energy in the lower treble would have complemented this range a lot more. Treble is where this IEM really shines. The intricate changes are so well and vividly projected in this IEM is pure excellence in a simple word. The treble is fast, incisive, sometimes it might get a bit harsh to a few treble sensitive ears, but for me it is bright and contrasty, although I shouldn't call it super refined. Now if we start with the subjective review of this IEM, for technicalities, to start with the sound stage, it is not very wide or big. I'm not a fan of the sound stage in general, so it doesn't matter to me that much, but voices might sound in your head. Although on the other hand, the sound stage is round and the scope of the stage is very tall, which creates a wall instead of points like we can hear in Bunny. Now coming to the imaging, it doesn't do well in the aspect as well. It does produce a 3 blob effect which can be seen in Sennheiser headphones mostly, that does the stereo separation very well, but can be used to pinpoint in the stage. Resolution is well above average, and I am quite happy with the texturing and micro contrast, although I wouldn't mind a more resolving mid-range, like even a bit more. Now coming to a few comparisons to start with, I'm comparing it Bunny, the Tanchjim Bunny, which comes at almost the same price point in India. Bunny has a lot more soundstage than Aurora Ultra. Bunny is less aggressive too, although it is less detailed on the other hand. Bunny has way less authority in the low end of the sound spectrum. Also, the warmth is less in the Bunny too as a result. Bunny also needs a lot more power, and the soundstage is very small in height and feels like a plane rather than a wall of sound. Overall, Bunny is a thinner and safer approach to the sound compared to the Aurora Ultra. To end this video, I might have to say that Aurora Ultra is a great piece of budget IEM that deserves attention. It might not excel in one or two things, but it does everything in the music well. Good job, Rose Techniques. You have outdone yourself here. Bye.